Hey there, Miles here to show you how to use adjustment layers and layer masks to paint lights, darks, and color adjustments into your images. Let's set up our workspace. I'm going to close our middle tab group and open up a Properties panel. Then I'll dock it into the top tab group. Now let's add our first adjustment layer using the New Adjustment Layer button at the bottom of the Layers palette. I'm starting off with a Curves layer. Let's darken the image by pulling the center of the curve down. Let's take off the top end of the value range by lowering it on the right side as well. Now I'm going to invert the layer mask by hitting Command-I. This completely blocks out the effect of the adjustment layer. I'm going to paint the effects of the adjustment layer back in selected places by using the brush and painting it with white. I'm using a soft brush with my opacity set to less than 100%. This lets me apply the effect with some subtlety. When I want to take the effect back out, I can make my brush smaller and paint with black. Let's add another Curves adjustment layer to paint in some highlights. This time I'm pulling the curve up to increase the range of lights in the image. Now I invert the layer mask to block out the adjustment and start painting with white to let the adjustment back through. You can hit X to quick swap between your foreground and background colors. Let's add one more adjustment layer. This time we'll choose HueSaturation and crank up the color saturation levels. I'll invert the layer mask and start painting with white to let the saturation effect back through. You can turn any adjustment layer on and off, and you can adjust each layer's opacity to get really subtle control over your effects. You can also go back and make changes to your adjustment settings at any time. I think I'm looking pretty good, so we'll leave it there and let you take over. Cheerio!